I thought I watched my child enough, but it happens in an instant. I heard a voice in my head immediately just say, "Where's Nora? You need to check the pool." Hi, Scene TV. This is our story. My daughter Nora, when she was 2, she was just a spunky little girl. She started walking quite early. She wasn't afraid of anything, climbing on everything. She was just my second-born wild child who just loved life. June 21st of 2020, it was actually Father's Day that year. I'll never forget that. It was Nora's her best friend's second birthday that day too. And so they had a little combined Father's Day cookout. It was in the middle of COVID. So, all the pools were closed, everything was shut down, and a lot of people were kind of just throwing up, quick above ground pools in their backyard just for some fun with the family. Nora never had any interest in going in. We'd only been there for about 45 minutes. I noticed that everyone was coming in. I just hadn't seen Nora. I announced just out loud, "Where's Nora? Go check the pool." She was found floating face down in the water, and her dad ended up pulling her out of the pool. We just happened to have 2 nurses on scene that day, and they were very skilled in CPR, and they immediately jumped in and did their thing. I called 911. I got on my knees and I just started commanding Nora back to her body. It was sort of like an out-of-body experience because you just don't expect something like that to happen to you at all, ever. They didn't get her heartbeat back immediately. They ended up getting it back at some point in the ambulance. She was on life support and in a medically induced coma for 5 days. They said it could go either way. With her type of accident, it's very of like a wait and see kind of thing. Let's see if we can get her off life support. Let's see how her brain works. Let's see if she can breathe on her own. Eventually, they did get her off life support, and she was breathing on her own, but she just was not herself yet. She just was very shaky, had no balance. And the neurologist kind of came in and he just said, "She has brain damage. This is her. This is the new Nora." I was devastated, and it was just me in the hospital. My husband was home with our other 2 children because it was COVID, so we'd have to switch back and forth. And then I ended up coming home that evening. I just cried and cried and cried. I actually got a call that evening from my husband saying that they think that she's having seizures too. I went to the hospital the next morning, and Nora was herself. She was standing up in the crib, climbing out, thinking it was just the funniest thing in the world. There were no seizures. She started running that same day and just wouldn't stop walking around the hospital after that. I never saw the neurologist again. She walked out of the hospital 17 days later. They recommended her for PT and OT therapy, which we went to, and she was checked out of both of those the first day. Many of the PICU nurses and many of the doctors said that she's a miracle. She's about to finish off 2nd grade, and she does ballet. She reads, she writes, she runs around. She just seems like your normal 8-year-old kid loving life. She loves to swim. She loves to go off the diving board. I didn't realize that most drownings actually happen during non-swim times. I didn't realize how fast they could happen, how silent they were. In the United States, it's the leading cause of death in children 1 to 4. I got her back in the water just a couple months after her accident. I had people following the story on Facebook, and a few of them were parents who have children who have passed away from drowning, and they told me about survival swimming. She learned to swim, roll into her float, and rest there until help arrives in any sort of scenario. I had such a passion for water safety and not wanting anyone to go through what we did again, that this was something I really wanted to do. It took me about 3 years, but I finally was able to get certified with Infant Aquatics. And so now I'm also teaching children how to survive and teaching families about water safety. I thought I watched my child enough, but it happens in an instant. That's something I wish I knew. I had to find out the hard way, and I don't want anyone else to have to find out the hard way.
She is seen. Are you?